Are we ready?
Yeah.
Then let's get to our first award, Best Xbox Game. The nominees are Call of Duty Black Ops 6, Dungeons of Hinterberg, Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024, Senua's Saga, Hellblade 2, and Stalker 2, Heart of Chernobyl. So, Indiana Jones was a last-minute addition this year. How do we feel about its chances?
I think it's going to be tough for that one to win just because we've had more time with Call of Duty, we've had more time with Stalker 2, Hellblade, etc. And it's coming right at the end. But the fact that it ended up getting enough votes to get nominated says a lot about the quality of Indiana Jones. And everybody I've talked to who's playing it is really enjoying it.
I am playing it. I am really enjoying it. Jada, what was your pick for Best Xbox Game?
For most of the year for Best Xbox was Hellblade 2, Senua's Saga, but Call of Duty Black Ops 6, and this is crazy in a Game of the Year conversation to have as one of my picks, as I voted for Call of Duty Black Ops 6 this year, and they've just done such a great job. I've spent countless hours in Zombies already, one of the best campaigns in years. Multiplayer isn't too shabby. It's just, it's firing on all cylinders.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they had a down year last year, so
Right.
it's I mean, we get a Call of Duty every year, but it is cool to see one shining in this way after, it can feel like they settle into a rhythm, and so it's nice to have one that comes in and knocks people's socks off.
And Destin, you were really hot on Stalker 2.
Yeah, I really, really like what they did with Stalker 2. Pre-release, there were some bugs, but very quickly they patched a ton of the issues. I think it was like 650 of the bugs were patched, and I played it after that patch came out, and it was great. It was like what I did for the preview, and I put a lot of time into it. It's just really, really fun. That I like the survival aspect of it. I like that you are constantly worried about your inventory and making sure you have everything balanced. It's a really, really great game.
All right, well, let's find out. The winner of IGN's Best Xbox Game is, drum roll, please. It is Indiana Jones and the Great Circle.
All right.
Love it.
Congrats.
Love it. I guess, Destin, enough people did have time.
Yeah,
time
that's
with
great.
it.
That's incredible.
Swinging in right at the end there.
Yeah. I mean, this is a great success story, I think. It's,
Yeah.
it's just a nice surprise that it turned out so well. I'm loving it. They really nailed the aesthetic of the original Indiana Jones trilogy. Troy Baker is perfect as Harrison Ford, it seems.
Todd Howard's passion project.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think we knew what to make of this one for a long time, right? Because previews were kind of mixed throughout, and we didn't get a lot of trailers. We didn't see a ton about this game, really. Like, even to peek behind the reviews curtain, like, we got code for the review pretty late, close to launch, which does not always mean bad things, as we see here, but, like, can indicate some stuff sometimes. But no, it's super cool to see it just sort of sweep in and impress people.
Yeah.
I mean, they've got the pedigree. They did the Wolfenstein games, Escape from Butcher Bay back in the day. Like, I had a lot of faith in this one. I'm not a huge Indiana Jones fan, but I'm happy that it is getting the flowers it deserves. And
especially impressive for Machine Games. I know you mentioned Butcher Bay, right? But this isn't just a Wolfenstein game, right?
No.
This isn't just them sticking with what they've had success with, but with an Indiana Jones skin. This is something sort of new and stealthy and different for them. And so for them to do that, make that pivot successfully is really cool to see.
We actually have an acceptance speech from someone on the team of Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. Let's take a look at that now.
Hello from Machine Games here in Uppsala, Sweden. We want to thank you so much for your support, and thank you to IGN for this wonderful award.
This means a lot to the entire team at Machine Games, so thank you. And we are extremely happy to finally have the game out into the hands of all the fans out there.
And to the fans, thank you so much for embracing this game. We have wanted to play a new Indiana Jones game for so long, and to see this come to life and finally be out there, well, we can't thank all of you enough.
Thank you.
Well, congratulations to everyone on the team for Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. An awesome game. A great way to start off our awards this year. So, a couple notes before we continue. We're actually running a promotion on our IGN Plus subscription service. You can get $10 off an annual IGN Plus subscription with the code HOLIDAY. And there are some cool items in the IGN store right now. We've got Halo Trilogy vinyl, Fallout hoodies, and Pure Arts collectibles. Go check them out. Next up is Best PC Game. The nominees this year are Animal Well, Balatro, heck yeah, Balatro, 1000X Resist, Satisfactory, The Rise of the Golden Idol, and UFO 50. Now, I think we should I think maybe an explanation is in order here, because this is a year that
All
Black
my
Myth,
noms didn't make it.
Black Myth Wukong, Metaphor, Refundatio, Tekken 8, Like a Dragon, Infinite Wealth, and Helldivers 2 all came to PC this year.
Yeah, and all games that are nominated in other categories for us. And I think that this is the interesting thing about the PC category is nowadays, so basically everything comes to PC eventually, if not right away. And so it can just become the multi-plat category, right? The multi-platform category if you do put all those things in there. So I think this list was taken with the mind of, things that have homes elsewhere, like Black Myth is a PlayStation console exclusive, so it is on the PlayStation list, right? Whereas this is, stuff like Satisfactory or UFO 50 you can only get on PC. And some of these games are multi-platform as well, but it is, Satisfactory feels like a quintessentially mouse and keyboard sort of game, and UFO 50 is this very weird indie amalgamation of retro games. So I think there's the vibe going on there in that way with these ones.
I nominated Black Myth, just saying. It was one of my favorite PC games of last year, and it runs best on PC.
Fair enough.
I look at the honorable mentions, and I'm like, that's basically my list. But lots of great entries on PC this year, and that's awesome to see. That's why that platform is continuing to grow and see new users every year, because there's so many different types of experience. Like, you have Balatro on one hand, a card game, and Satisfactory, a sort of like a game where you can basically build anything you could imagine.
Yeah, building automation game, I think.
Yeah, it's really, really cool.
Well, let's find out who we picked as the winner. Best PC game of the year is... Heck yeah, Balatro! Balatro is easily the game that I've played the most this year.
It's very, very good.
So
Very addicting.
it's so brilliant. It's almost like, why? How did no one think of this before? Take poker, make it a roguelike, throw in all these jokers that allow you to break the game and get just insanely high scores with each hand. I love Balatro so much. It's definitely on my personal short list of my favorite games of the year.
It's hard to put down once you start playing it, because just that loop of figuring out what Joker you're going to get next, or can I use that in my build or whatever I'm doing on this run. I read a story that this was just built as a game to teach people how to play poker. And I think that's kind of cool, because it's way more than that.
Yeah, it's not that at all.
Yeah.
It actually, if you know how to play poker, that doesn't translate very much into playing Balatro.
You learn pairs.
You need to know the hands.
Pairs.
Yeah, you need to know the
Five
hands.
of a kind, flush house, the standard of hands. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Balatro is sort of just like a marvel of game design, for lack of a better way of putting it. It is just, it's a fairly simple thing. It's not a big flashy AAA game by any means, but the simplicity, the things that are there are just so finely tuned and so satisfying, and every little sound effect, every little time that your score gets tallied up, those things just make you want to come back to it over and over and over again. And then of course they pair that with an endless list of unlockables that you want to fill out.
Yep.
Yeah, I didn't probably put nearly as much time into Balatro as everybody else, and I'm happy for that, because I love the game, but there were so many other great games that came out this year. I was so happy I was able to step away from this one, but totally deserved in this category. Like, I fell in love with it for like the 2 weeks that I played it nonstop.
Well, congratulations to Balatro and Local Thunk on our PC Game of the Year. Well deserved. Okay, Jada, you've been polling our audience on some big topic questions recently. Is that right?
I have. Our first poll for today is, how would you grade the year in gaming? And overwhelmingly, 40.1% said it was a B. Which is, you know what? I don't disagree. It was a great year in gaming. Last year had some really big hits like Baldur's Gate, Tears of the Kingdom, and this year had lots of great games, but I don't think anything that pushed through like those ones did last year.
Okay, we got to take a quick break, but when we return, the best PlayStation game of 2024. Stick around.